Welcome, dear listener, to Spirituality in the Brain. I am Vanessa Anzalone, your host, and this segment is all about the latest findings in neuroscience and the teachings of Spiritism. Today we're going to dedicate to understanding the neuroscience of optimism and how Spiritism also can bridge it up with these latest findings. In the year of 2007, the journal Nature, which is one of the most reputable in science, published a beautiful paper by the group of Tali Sharot and his colleagues from the University of New York. And they explored brain imaging of optimism. They studied 18 participants, asking them to recall past events as well as imagine future ones based upon on-screen cues such as winning an award. They were then asked to describe their thoughts, how strong, emotional, and positive each thought was, and whether or not it was experienced firsthand. Then later they had a standard questionnaire that evaluated how optimistic these people were. Well, the results were quite amazing. Participants rated upcoming events more positively than even happy past events. And they also observed that there are areas in the brain through functioning MRI scans of the brains. They observed that when people were feeling optimistic, there were two specific areas in the brain that are activated specially: the rostral anterior cingulate cortex and the right amygdala. And they observed that these areas are modulating these feelings of optimism. What is interesting here is that they observed how adaptive it is for us to be optimistic. To see the glass half full is not only important to make us happier, but to push us to achieve high stakes goals. So it's very important for us in our lives to keep ourselves optimistic. There is another research that was done in the 80s showing nuns and how optimistic they were and their lifelong expectancy. And they observed that those who were very optimistic, they added an average of 10 years in their lives, telling us that optimism is really a healthy thing. Question is, can we keep ourselves optimistic in the face of difficulties and challenges? Well, if we go to the Gospel according to Spiritism, we're going to rescue the very concept that we learn all along with Jesus, the importance of faith. In this beautiful chapter 19, entitled Faith Moves Mountains, Kardec brings to us a passage by Jesus in Matthew 17, verses 14th to 20th, talking about the importance of faith. Faith that if it is the size of a mustard seed, it moves mountains. And Kardec breaks down this concept by telling us that faith is the mother of hope and charity. Without faith, there is no possibility of keeping ourselves hopeful. So faith is the solid grounding factor, and faith and optimism are truly correlated. As Kardec says in item 3 of chapter 19 of the Gospel according to Spiritism, faith means the confidence one has in accomplishing something, the certainty of achieving a particular purpose. It provides a kind of lucidity that enables one to see in thought the end which is intended and the means to reach it, in such a way that the one who possesses it proceeds, in a manner of speaking, with absolute certainty. In either case, faith enables the accomplishment of great things. Dear listener, here we have the importance of working the muscles of our souls to keep ourselves hopeful, optimistic, faithful, and of course charitable. So science is telling us that biologically we are wired to process optimism. The question is, what can we do to keep it up? So we will tell, according to science, that if you meditate 20 minutes a day thinking of positive things and see happy faces using internet, whatever means and way, for 5 minutes a day, it's gonna boost that optimism according to scientific results. And of course we know that by reading the passages of the Gospel, by reading these beautiful spiritual spiritist books, we renew our optimism, because we know no matter how hard life is, there's always a new day, there's always a renewing turn point in our lives, and there is no reason we should ever be pessimistic or keep our hopes down. So dear listener, keep your hopes up. Be optimistic, and if you have any question or comments to us, please write to us at kardecradio.com. There's a contact form, and right there you can write your question, comments, or your suggestions. We'll be happy to assist you. In the meantime, keep yourself connected with our dear God, our Creator, feeling the blessings, and enjoy your life.